Hey everybody, Mike Barr here. It is, this is my Safety Sunday topic for August 27th, 2023. It's been a while since I've recorded a video. I've been traveling. My wife and I took kind of an extended vacation out in Idaho, and while we were there, my mother-in-law took a turn. She's been in a nursing home for a few years, and she took a turn. So we spent some time with her, and she fought hard, man, but she eventually passed away, and which was a blessing. She's lived a long life, and she had a full life, and man, did she ever. And as I kind of reflect on that. Event in our lives. You know, I think we're all given a specific amount of time here. And Marva, she got to decide for herself how to utilize her time, and she used all of it. And now it's time to go on to wherever and do whatever it is, wherever we go and do whatever we do. It's hard to see our loved ones go, but her time was up, and all I can say is well done. We called her Marvelous Marva. It was her time, and she left on her own terms. She raised her kids, and she watched her kids raise their kids. And of course, part of her allotted time was used to raise my future wife, who I've been married to for 45 years. And it always, wasn't easy for her. She had many trials. She had disappointments. She had a lot of heartache. Life isn't easy, but she made it, and she used up all of her allotted time, every second of it. And when I see the nearly weekly notice that another one of the members of this family of line workers is not going home because mistakes were made. Sometimes there's weeks where you see two or three events happening, uh, and you realize they're not going home because mistakes were made, or possibly policies and rules weren't followed, or they were just ignored. And I think about all that time that these individuals were allotted for this life, and they don't get to use it. It's gone. And what else is gone is all the hopes and dreams of these young families. Um, the consequences of these young families losing their fathers, the breadwinners of the family in a workplace accident are many. There's serious health and social and financial consequences. There's prolonged grief and unresolved loss, physical health problems, and of course the disruption to the family. There can be behavioral effects on children. There's immediate financial difficulties, and then even long-term commitments financially, mortgages, car payments, retirement plans. All those things change and are going to be a burden for whoever's left for years to come. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again and again, we need everybody in this industry to band together and make all this stop. These incidents that are occurring, they're all avoidable. We have the rules, we have the policies, we have the regulations, the personal protective equipment, the training and the knowledge to prevent them from happening. But here we are, more husbands, sons, and fathers not going home. And we just, again, we need to band together and make sure this stops. We need to continue to keep doing everything we can to develop and educate and enforce the policies and procedures that are going to prevent this from occurring. Line workers, utility workers, all electrical workers, are intelligent, and they're, in my view, among the finest people on earth with good values, and they all love their families, and no one should go to work and be involved with an incident that ends their lives. Uh, and you can go back and look at all these, and most of what's happening are contacts. People are making contact with energized conductor, or they're contacting that conductor with something else and energizing it. So, but maybe I'm missing something. But how is it that a crew that is trained and knowledgeable can know that they will be working on or near energized lines and equipment and not be able to establish a plan based on a thorough hazard assessment that will effectively prevent contact with that energized conductor or part? We have the means of preventing this. And, I know people make mistakes, and I get that. But the mistakes we make in our industry are unforgiving. The consequences are high. We're not talking about, twisting ankles. We're not talking about getting slivers in our fingers. The mistakes that we make will kill you. Full stop. Your time is up. All your unused allotted time is forfeited, right? And guys, if we're taking shortcuts at work, if we are continuing to ignore rules and taking shortcuts, you're being selfish. I think it's one of the most selfish things you can do as it relates to how you. Uh, it's just selfish, plain and simple. Live your life, live your full life. Use every minute of your allotted time. Don't give a second of it back. Your family needs you, and you need to think about them and their lives, and how your absence will affect your family. So again, guys, you just have to think about how comfortable you are. What price are you willing to pay? And what price are you willing to let your family pay? You're the last one to have the hands on it. You're the last one to think about what got you where you're at, what you're about to do, and what the potential outcome is. It's just you. So, guys, we can and we must do better. So thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.